Oh, hi, you seem to have caught me while I was making breakfast. Are you ready for an extremely exciting series? Well, it is finally time to start up the next solo series here on the channel. I would like to introduce you all to our Pokemon Crystal Egglocke. If you don't know what an Egglocke is, it's like a normal Nuzlocke with the normal Nuzlocke rules, except the entire premise of this project is that you get to send in Pokemon for me to use throughout the series. So if there's anybody here who's new to the channel, I kind of have some things to say if you're kind of confused on why we're doing a Crystal Egglocke all of a sudden. So basically, every single year here on the channel, we do an Egglocke for a solo series. In 2017, we did the Pokemon Emerald Egglocke, and in 2018, we did the Pokemon Platinum Egglocke. So I figured this year in 2019, there's not really a Pokemon Gray version to do an Egglocke of, so let's go ahead and let's take it back a generation and let's try out a Pokemon Crystal Egglocke. If you want to go back and watch any of those projects, I highly recommend it. I genuinely think those are some of my best videos that are on my channel still, and some very, very sentimental ones for me as well. But this project right here, the Pokemon Crystal Egglocke, is going to be starting October 14th. I hope that you are excited for it, but I really don't have a lot to go over in this video right here, so let's just go ahead and head over to the tutorial on how to submit in a Pokemon egg for me to use in this series. So this right here is a tutorial on how to submit in a Pokemon for me to use in the Pokemon Crystal Egglocke. If you go and you check the description, there will be a link that will bring you to this Google Drive folder right here. You'll need to download all 3 of these files in order to get started. So this right here is PKHex, which is one of the files that you should have downloaded from the Google Drive folder I provided. The first thing you're going to need to do is take this Pokemon Crystal save file that was also in the folder that I provided and click and drag it into PKHex like that. What you're going to do from here is you're going to take this Magby file right here that I also provided, click and drag it into the first box right here, and then a little Magby should pop up. Right-click on him and go to View. This Magby is going to be used as a bit of a template for you guys to be able to follow, so then that way, when you do create your Pokemon, it will actually be accepted in my Pokemon Crystal ROM, and it won't crash the game or anything like that. So make sure you follow this tutorial step by step very closely if you want your Pokemon to be properly submitted. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is change the species of the Pokemon that you want to send in. Now keep in mind that you must send in a base form Pokemon, and legendaries do not work. For example, you could not send in a Marowak for me to use in this project, but you can send in a Cubone for me to use. For this example, we're going to send in a Totodile, because shout out to my boy Dylan, aka You Not a Gamer. These 2 icons right here will determine if the Pokemon that you're going to send in is going to be a shiny or not. So if you want it to be a shiny, you can click this star right here. If not, then you don't even need to worry about that. So you need to make sure that the Pokemon that you're going to send in is level 5. You cannot let it be level 1 because this is how Gen 2 Pokemon games provide their eggs when they get hatched. Do not touch the experience number either, because if you adjust the level over here, then the experience bar will adjust accordingly. Unfortunately, you cannot provide a held item for the egg that you're going to send in, so this needs to make sure that it's on none. And lastly, for this screen, you need to make sure that is egg is checkmarked. That will change the nickname up here to egg, and we'll create a checkmark right here. And do not touch this either. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to nickname any of your Pokemon. It has to say egg with the checkmark right here and the checkmark on is egg. That's all that's going to matter for the main category, so let's move on. We're not going to touch the Met section. You do not need to worry about that at all, so let's move over to stats. On the stats page, make sure you randomize IVs and randomize the EVs. Just keep them random because, to be honest, the Gen 2 IV and EV system is very, very different compared to other generations, and it's just a mess to be able to try to figure out manually. I don't recommend attempting to do that if you want your Pokemon to properly be submitted into me. So just randomize the IVs and the EVs to stay safe with that, and let's move on to attacks. Over here on attacks, we're going to double click on current moves, and then PK Hex will provide you with a window that will say apply suggested current moves. You're going to click yes right here, and then the program will automatically give you any Pokemon's base egg moves. I highly recommend just providing the moveset through double clicking on the current moves thing right here. Otherwise, if the Pokemon is submitted with a move that it can't naturally learn as an egg form, then it will crash my game when I try to hatch it. I do not recommend trying to give it its own custom moveset. Unfortunately, this is not a scrambled egg lock. Every single Pokemon that you send in must be legal. With that being said, do not touch OT/miscellaneous, and we are done here for creating this Totodile egg. From here, we're going to go to File, and we're going to go to Save PKM. You can choose whatever location you want to save it into, so you can click on Save. And then from there, that file that you just saved will need to be emailed to RyanEgglocke@gmail.com. And from there, you're done. That egg is successfully created and submitted to potentially be used in the Pokemon Crystal Egglocke. With all that being said, I hope you were able to follow that tutorial. I hope you'll send in a Pokemon egg for me to use in this project. Again, it's starting October 14th. I'm really pumped for it. And if you are pumped for it, I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. See you Monday. Peace, peace. Crowd up and gone. We had no need for that flag heap of whatever, so I'll use the blue power to whatever. It will be savage! 100 emoji, 100 emoji, lit emoji, laughing emoji, okay emoji. Oh my god, fucking Hey everybody, KingCorphish here. Welcome on back to episode 8